Hello, this is Free Traffic System, and I would like to share with you some shocking information about how easy video proofs of anything, of sales, of results on a web page in Google or whatever, can be faked. And this is really serious because, faking a screenshot is quite easy. You take, let's say, a Photoshop and you do some magic and it's done. And people don't believe to the screenshots, or at least they tend not to believe them unless they can verify this information. For example, when we are showing the screenshots of positions in Google, you can easily go to Google, type in the search and check it yourself. With video proofs, it's a little bit more difficult because people can't imagine that faking video proofs is super easy. And I was told about this thing by one person. I will tell a little bit more about him at the end of this video because this guy is a real treasure box of information. And he told me that every average programmer actually knows that. And a big bunch of internet marketers know about that as well, but a huge number of people who are making their buying decisions every day, they don't know about it. And they can simply look on a video, see what they see, think that this is truth, and make their buying decision. So in this short video I will show you how easy it is to fake video proofs of any web page, be it with sales or anything else. And then I will also give you some tips of my own that I think might be very useful about how to spot if this is something like cheating or not. So let's get down straight to the business. First, I'm showing you how to fake video proofs on ClickBank. I'm using ClickBank just for the sake of the example and just because I was shown this trick on the ClickBank. Of course, it's not a problem of ClickBank or any other website, because very soon you will understand why every sort of web page can be faked for video proofs. I've logged into one of the ClickBank accounts, real accounts, and you can see some sales, some statistics, the web pages. Everything is nice, clean and easy. This is where the cheaters can do the following. Give me just a second to copy and paste one piece of code into the web browser. The secret is simple. Once I've logged into the page that I want to fake, then I put a certain Java code into the top of the browser where the URL is. I hit enter, and this web page turns into a web page that I can edit. I can play with the graphics, I can play with the numbers and text and anything else. You've got the point, yes? So of course a person who is wanting to cheat you, this person will not show the way this is being done. They will simply say, come on, that's a real account, you see numbers, traffic graphs, sales, anything they wish. And you have great chances to believe that this is true. And unfortunately lots of people on the market know about it. This is an average programming knowledge. And at the same moment, huge numbers of people who are making their buying decisions, they don't know about this. So my point to record this video is not only to show that this is very simple to fake such a page and record the video proofs of it, but also to give you the list of tips that will help you to avoid this sort of cheating. Let's get down to the tips. My anti-fake tip number one is the following. Please check the browser field where the URL should be placed and make sure that you see the URL, not some piece of JavaScript code or anything else. Let me give you an example of how this should look in real life. Now I'm showing you how the real web page should look. If you check here, you can see the URL. Not Java code or something strange, but the URL of ClickBank, HTTPS, which means it's a secure connection somewhere deeper into the structure of main menu, etc., etc. If you see anything else here, not the URL of a site or its deeper structure of this site, but if you see here some piece of code, wow, this is strange. Also, most likely the people who would try to cheat you, they will not show this section at all. If you see a video screenshot where you do not see this URL, that does not mean that 100% this is a cheater with fake video proofs. But this is one of the things that you might keep in mind, like, okay, I'm suspicious at the moment. Let's gather more information about this person or this product. And of course, this tip number 1 wouldn't be an ultimate list. There are a few other things that I would also recommend you to put your attention to. And let's jump to tip number 2. Anti-fake tip number 2 is, please pay your attention if this person who's showing you the video is clicking on other web pages from the current web page that he or she is showing to you. Because if this is being done, then most likely this is a real web page, and let me show you a real case example of how it should look. The trick about a fake web page is that this is just a bunch of graphics, and you cannot click out to any other pages of a real website on a fake web page. And a real web page is not just a bunch of graphics, numbers and text. This is a real page which is integrated into the database of, in our example, ClickBank. So if, let's say, I am clicking to the resources page, then I get to the resources page. Right here, right now, no playing with video editors when I'm trying to cut out anything else. Yes, I want to get back to account homepage. Okay, I'm clicking it. You can see that right here, right now, I'm being forwarded to the account homepage. This is one of the signs that the page where the screenshots of video proofs are currently being shown is real. If a person just glues to one web page, this part of the browser is not shown, then this is another side proof that we might be speaking about a cheater with cheated video proofs. And the final tip, tip number 3, will be shown in a few seconds. And the final anti-fake tip, tip number 3, is, please, if it is possible, look for some proofs that you can verify and check and double check. For example, if I'd decide to cheat someone with great ranks in Google page 1 for certain keywords, and I fake up a page and do a video proof of it, no problems. You can go to Google, you can type in the same keyword, you can choose the same version of Google that I'm using. I mean, not some local version, but international, google.com. And if you see there is a huge difference, not in number of positions, but let's say on my video recording I'm showing you that I'm page 1 for a certain keyword, and in real life I'm page 10, well, that's obvious that something is wrong here. Unfortunately, this tip will not work for all cases. What I mean is the following. For example, no one will give you access to the ClickBank account. No one. Because it's impossible. That's why here you need to use some logics. You need also to think about the quality of a product, whether it can help you or not help you to make that sort of money or traffic or graphics which are being shown. Also combine it with the previous tips that I've been showing you. I mean, if a person is simply sticking to this page and not clicking out to other pages, if the top of the browser is not shown where the URL should be. So if you combine all this and you see that, very, very suspicious, and you know that there is a very simple possibility to fake a web page and make a video proof of it, then I think it's better to avoid purchasing this product, at least for a while, at least until you see that lots of other people on the market are saying that yes, it's cool, it works. Finally, I want to say great thanks to Mike, who has shared this tip with me, and whose members area is a real treasure box, as I call it, of very useful videos. I'm not talking about his exit traffic tool. Only the videos inside his members area will teach you things of the same value. This guy has really great knowledge, and I'm highly recommend you to become his member, and I will give a link in the description of the YouTube video to his website where you can become his member, and also in the blog post if you're watching it on our freetrafficsystem.com blog. This guy is cool. he's sharing lots of great knowledge with me, and it's really exciting. So this tip is one of the things that I learned from him, and I highly recommend you to not stop and keep finding out more great knowledge. Thank you for your attention. I'm sure this info will help you to avoid spending money on the things that doesn't work, and the one who's got knowledge is already prepared. Abundance, luck, and all the best to you. Bye bye.